welcome to Dark Souls, one of the hardest games I've ever played. So one of those games where it's almost impossible to beat on the first try without dying. And in fact, Dark Souls 1, you have to die at least at one point. I always thought it was just kind of a fun game. Although I think the first time I played it for a few hours and then just kind of put it down for a few months just because it was kicking my butt. Oh wow, you can have a hair color for shaved hair. Neat. So I like playing as the deprived class just because I've played this game a number of times that it's the most interesting class I've found. All the stats are kind of average, so you can customize it the way you want a lot easier than the other classes. The only real stat that matters is vitality, which is your health. A lot of these bosses will just one-shot you, so if you have enough health, at least you have time to study their attack patterns, and at least you can have a chance to beat them. Wow. So I'm just playing the remastered version. It's just... You are one ugly son of a gun. They put a lot of detail into those things. So yeah, you play as the zombie. The cutscene we skipped was just basically once upon a time there was a bunch of dragons and then they all died. Cut to now, there's zombies running around, so people's best solution was, if you can't beat them, put them in a jail cell in the middle of some winter place. So we're in a prison right now and we're just going to bust out. As to what the actual plot of the game was, I had no idea what it was. I made it through the entire game. It's kind of like one long dungeon, but all the levels kind of fit seamlessly into each other and they interact from really cool and crazy ways. But I think it was 2 playthroughs before I realized the big plot twist in this game is that there is an actual plot. Oh, I made this mistake last time. Okay. So this is the first boss in the game. He's one of those, I think you're supposed to die to him the first time. And it's just to teach you that, hey, there's a doorway over there. The right solution's not always to fight the bad guy. Sometimes you can use the environment. This is the tutorial area, but... So it's kind of an intense way to start your game, that's for sure. But it is a lot more fun than just reading text scrolls. That's like... Yay, I win. So typically, you'd beat that guy on New Game Plus, and then you get this super cool Great Hammer. But I don't have the stats to actually wield this thing with any... I'm gonna try anyways. Yeah, it's useless. Wow. So we're not gonna do that. Most of the time in these kinds of games, it's useful just to have a small, fast-moving weapon rather than a big, bulky one. Although I say that even though I'm gonna collect a big giant sword later. But timing is everything in this game. So here's the section to teach you. Oh my, I regret picking that up now. That's gonna happen to me so many times. To teach you that you can block arrows. Except he's gonna run away too fast because I'm a very scary guy. If I saw a naked guy running at me that looked like this, I'd probably run too. Although my first reaction wouldn't be to shoot my bow and arrow at him. I don't know what he's doing here. Hey, what's your job at the prison? No, I shoot arrows at prisoners that walk by this way. It's like, no, you go back to the boss and fight him the fair way. So we just hit him with a stick. It's pretty much the default solution to all laser. Oh, wow. Never had that happen to me before. I am gonna need this later. Just looking at the stats. What does it require? Yes, and oh, hang on. Gotta remember how to do this. Oh, it's been so long since I played this game. This is awkward. Okay, it's not start. Toggle display. There it is. Okay, so the bow requires 12 dex. Okay. There's a cool sword you can get later if you use that bow and arrow, but I wasn't expecting to get a bow this early in the game. So here's the part in the game where a giant rock kills you, because everything in this game is trying to kill you. And I can't go down there yet, so I'm not going to bother. And then you talk to this dude who actually tells you the story of the game. He wants you to go ring some bells, which is about as specific as the storytelling gets in this game. So you get the Estus Flask, which is basically your healing. And it's because it's my head. There it is. Okay. There we go. So you just, I think Estus is wine. You just chug your wine every once in a while, and that makes all your health come back. More importantly, I can finally get out of here now, though. Typically, you'd keep going up that staircase where the giant rock came down. You come over, go to that giant ledge up there, jump down and do a really cool smashing attack on the enemy's head. And that would wipe out half the boss's health, and then you fight him the normal way. But we're going to skip all that because we already killed him. And just move right along. So now that we've broken out of the prison, we're going to go run up a cliff. And I don't think this zombie guy actually had an exit strategy. I don't know what his plan is here. But anyways, you run to the top. And let's see what happens.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Game over.
To leave the
So he flies you over to Lordran, which is where we can ring those bells. There's a plot reason why the bells are so important, but basically we have to go up to a church and then down into the sewers. And then that'll open up the way to a castle, and then we'll go from the castle and a bunch of other stuff will happen, but that's all stuff for later. Right now our biggest mission is just to find a pair of pants. So I'm going to level up real quick. And so let's upgrade our stats so we can use the bow. Or almost use the bow. Kindle reverse hollowing. I don't think that was in the original. I thought you had to get a certain item before you could actually kindle the fire. But I'm actually going to end the episode right there. So thanks for watching this far. I had to make sure I didn't have any audio glitches, and we'll probably see the next episode real soon.